I acknowledge that I live and work on the unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples. Hey, A-Dub here, musician, composer, coming to you from Crew Studios in North Vancouver. I'm a member of the Vancouver Post Alliance, a super organization here promoting local talent in all fields of post-production, helping with professional development programs and generally building the post industry here. I was very fortunate to be accepted into their mentorship program here in the spring of 2021. Thank you, Vancouver Post Alliance. Scott Watson, Eli Hiligua, Sabrina Peter, and Bouquet Biles. Shout out to my fellow mentees. I was paired with a great top-tier composer, Rich Walters, who's been very generous with his time and advice. He's been giving me time for questions and chats every single week for the 3 months, which is kind of beyond expectations. He also invited me to his beautiful studio at the CBC building for a chat, and he allowed me to film it. Thank you, Rich. So here it is. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get something from it. Take care. Peace.
Moved down to Vancouver in '89 to attend CAP when it was a college at that point. Took the music program there. I was heavily into jazz at that point.
Right.
Coming out of high school, spending those formative years in high school in a really kick-ass high school jazz band. We toured lots, played competitions everywhere, all around Canada, all throughout the US. And that really stoked a fire for proficiency in percussion on drum set. Post-CAP, played in a lot of different bands, a lot of different genres. Ended up getting a part-time job in a post-production facility, and then seeing composers come in and realizing, hearing what they were doing, I'm pretty sure I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I could figure that out, crack that. I spent so much of my formative years as a music editor, right?
Right.
That's where I kind of jumped. That was the next step I took as a music editor, and really cut my teeth and learn the whole backside technical workings and expectations and workflows, seeing what you do in the supportive role, and even the political landscape of it, how to behave, what not to say, what to say, when to talk, when not, like all of that stuff. Right?
So it really helped your composing side once you started.
It did, because I think too, I had to listen to so many, always cutting temp music and that when I was doing a temp music editing gig, just being forced to listen to whatever it was you had to listen at that moment, if it was contemporary or something historical or whatever. Getting inside that and just living in that for months and just appreciating it and broadening your view and studying it and recognizing it. That was really helpful as well. What a gift that was for me. That was, being able to come back to something for 5 years in a row and evolve and grow with it. And
did you foresee it being that?
Not at all. You know, because it so many shows we work on one season and then it's kicked to the curb, right? For whatever reason. Truly getting lucky, right? That was a bucket list thing for me, definitely. It's gratifying. Artistically, the alliances you build with people along the way, the showrunners. We had 2 different showrunners on that production. Camaraderie that exists between, when you meet the producers and all of that. It's great. That's the great thing about this, is you can take traditional, any kind of instrument and throw it on a palette or throw it against something and tweak it a bit, and it becomes something unique. But it comes from a completely different environment. What comes to mind in respect to that is collaboration. I really like collaborating with people. I know when I collaborate with people, bigger and better things happen. Through his direction, his inspiration, put me on a set of tracks. Something came of it, and then it found a place in the right to the end. And it was something I told him afterwards, I said, that's your sound. You're responsible for it, because you kicked me in the pants to go find it, to manifest it. Again, that was a collaboration, right? Someone helped push me in a direction that I might have not necessarily gone.
Right.
Every time I throw that patch up, I think, yeah, that was great. Thank you, Jonathan. That environment is to me, what I would call the textbook, a textbook definition of how to collaborate in film music. Because that's what they do down there.
Right.
That's how they do what they do down
Right.
there. It's really unique. It's competitive.
Right.
So much camaraderie.
Right.
It's challenging. The time I was there, it really made me think, wow, I've got to be on my top form here. Seeing how they have their rooms mapped out and laid out, wired,
Right.
Paying attention to that, coming back home now and going, okay, I was immersed in that, and they do it that way because it works. So I'm going to stitch this together. I love Altiverb. It's great. I love the native stuff in Logic too. Oddly enough, I love Altiverb's King's Chamber. And it's like 12, 14 second reverb, and it's actually an IR of the interior of the Great Pyramid on the Giza Plateau. So I love how esoteric it is, and and how maybe some of that
Mojo.
Yeah, maybe somehow that gets in there.
Right.
There's some harmonic magic that happens.
Geometrical.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, well, kudos and respect to you for doing that, and for being involved with the Vancouver Post Alliance, and for being a mentor to me and others. And
it's important. You have to pay it forward. And I'll always bring someone by and say hello to them, get to know them, shake their hand, give them a brief overview, because it's so important. You have to pay it forward. Right?
Nice.
Yeah. It used to be easy for me to get kind of worked up about that if the days started passing and I wasn't set. And I came across something a number of years ago. This article talked about we're kind of quick sometimes to frame that stuff as we're just wasting time, when actually we're not. It's all for the greater good. And they coined it as OFAing, organized effing around. Right? That's something that I throw out all the time. When part of me starts to go down that path of dude,
nothing's happening.
Hey, no, I'm doing the work.
Right.
We're getting this. And I could draw a parallel to that. A show I just finished, a TV movie. The timeline was really tight, super tight. It felt like I was in a vice the whole time. And that's it. When it's that tight, you gotta just start making, just producing right away. And I'm writing, and I'm in the first 20 minutes of the show, first 15, 20, and then all of a sudden it happened at a very defined moment in the show. And then I had to essentially circle back around. I finally found the sound for it, right? And I said that to the producers too. I remember there was one moment where I did a big turnover of music, and we got to that point in it, and I said, okay, so this is the sound of the show now. I want you to know that this is what I was searching for. And I'm going to go back now and address your notes and incorporate these elements into what's come before now and reimagine that stuff so that there's a continuity to it. Right? This is something I can rest on as well, going, okay, I'm not getting it. It will come at a point, and then I can go back and make it better, make it stronger.